sometimes when we'd get drunk, we'd all like do an initiation line up, and we'd all like line up and be like, oh wow, you've got dangly bits. Oh wow,
yours is a ninny, not an outie.
Yeah.
You're through to option one. Option one podcast.
Well, hello and welcome once again to another edition of Option One podcast. My name is Ben. Today we have a very, very, very amazing special guest with us today. She is a model, a reality TV star, an entrepreneur. She's known for her charm, her wit, her no BS attitude. Please, ladies, gentlemen, and everyone in between, a warm, warm welcome to Rhian Sugden. How are you, Rhian?
I'm very well.
Drum roll.
Yeah, I'm very well, thanks. I'm good.
Well, thank you for joining us. You've come from Manchester today?
Sunny Manchester, yeah.
Sunny Manchester to rainy London.
It was a trek, let me tell you. I didn't realise how far Milton Keynes was. I was planning on driving, and then this morning I looked at the sat-nav, I was like, no, it's like 3.5 hours.
Oh, no one needs that on a rainy day, not on a Friday.
But I've not been on the train for quite a long time, and the conversations on the train, I forgot how much I missed them. There was a couple behind me talking. She was trying to break up with him, and they were a work affair.
No.
And I was like, this is excellent. So I was literally like this the whole time.
Little train eavesdrop.
He had a little sob. She didn't. But, yeah, so it's been worth the trip.
Oh my goodness, I love that. Like just listening to something, just having a breakdown in public. People just forget these days that they're just so vocal.
I know, and it was the quiet coach, so it wasn't like people were clearly listening in on their conversation. And I was like, this is excellent. When I got up to leave, I had a proper good look, because I was like,
thank you for making my journey tolerable.
Yeah.
Well, Rhian, we have so much to get through today. Thank you again for joining us. We're going to jump right into our first segment, which we've called You're Through to Option One. So basically what we do is we send out to our Instagram followers, and they come back with questions for you.
Oh, excellent.
And as you'd imagine, we've been inundated. We've been absolutely swamped of questions. So we've hand-selected a couple. There was loads.
Was
there? Too many. Yes, there was, honestly. First question, Rhian, is from Rami Phoenix.
I know Rami Phoenix. I do know him.
Rami.
Hi, Rami Phoenix.
Hiya, Rami. So, fantastic guests. Have met Rhian myself. She's wonderful. Question Rami wanted to ask is, where is the most unusual / weirdest place that you have been recognised?
Afghanistan. Next.
Wow.
Afghanistan.
Really?
But I mean, I wasn't just like walking the streets, because that would be ridiculous.
Absolutely
I went over to boost morale for the troops. And we delivered newspapers to them with messages from home. And at the time, I feel like I was in my prime. So I feel like everybody knew me there. I'm probably exaggerating. It's probably just how I felt. But it was just amazing to be greeted by people that know who you are and actually be happy to see you.
That's really cool. And how did the troops respond to that?
They loved like the letters from home, and we did like loads of activities together. They took me on a shooting range. It was really good. Amazing. Yeah.
Amazing. Sarah Bingham, XO11, she wants to know basically what's the best way to get into modelling? Oh. And I know that's a pretty...
That's specifically like glamour, are we talking, do you think? Must be.
I think, yes. I think it would be glamour modelling.
Well, my honest advice now is probably don't get into it.
Okay.
Because the industry has changed so much. When I was a young whippersnapper, Page 3 was like a big thing, and there was only 12 girls, and people wanted to be a Page 3 girl, and they were more celebrated, whereas now I feel like it's really frowned upon, and it does close doors. So if there's something else that you could do, I wouldn't use modelling as a first option.
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
Because attitudes have shifted, and people are trying to be more protective of women and saying essentially like, go out and do that if you want to do that, but don't because it might close some doors. Well, Sarah, we hope that answers that question for you. We've got loads of these, so I'll just keep cracking on if that's all right with you, Rhian.
Quick fire round,
Rhian. Zeus loves babes. You have met many celebrities over the course of your years, I'm sure. Obviously, you've been on Celebrity Big Brother. We'll touch upon that later.
Okay.
But apart from Celebrity Big Brother, who would you say was the most famous celebrity that you have met?
Ooh. I've met quite a few.
Yeah. Give me your top 3.
Bryan Adams.
Everything you do?
He did it for me. No, he didn't. Oh, this is a good
Bryan Adams
one.
is pretty
Jude Law.
good. Wow, okay. I've met Jude Law.
Have you?
Yeah.
He's handsome, isn't he?
He is handsome. Tell me your Jude Law story.
I can't.
You can't, neither can I.
Jude Law pals!
We'll talk about this afterwards.
Yeah, can't say that.
Yeah, I think I would probably... I mean, it's been a long time since the incident, and I'm sure, but it's still quite controversial. Interesting.
Did you want 3 or just 2?
Yeah, go on. You're third as well. So that's funny. You've gone Bryan Adams first, then Jude Law. So that would make sense.
Well, it's my era, isn't it?
Yeah.
Iggy Azalea.
Oh, wow. Cool. She tops both of them in my view.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Only because I guess I'm older than you, but still I think maybe because she's...
Oh, yeah. Me and Iggy chat.
Yeah. Yeah, Iggy. And she's quite controversial.
She
was.
Yeah. She's a wild one.
Yeah,
She's
we like a wild one.
Yeah.
We like a wild one.
She's a lot
Wild
of
is
fun.
good.
Yeah.
Pretty Little Crier. This one is a triple whammy. Who's the most famous person in your phone book or phone, let's say.
Okay.
If you hadn't gotten into modelling, what would you have done instead, essentially?
Okay.
And this one's a little odd. Do you have a least favourite celebrity, and would you have them on a list, and would you laminate that list like Ross did in Friends?
There's a lot of questions there.
There isn't there?
Okay, so...
That's Pretty Little Crier
right.
getting in there.
Famous people in my phone. I'm just going to go... Let's just go to A, just to get this over with. Let's have a look. Contacts.
I love
that. Aaron Renfrey. You probably won't know him. S Club Juniors.
S Club, okay.
Amethyst, which is Iggy.
Oh, yes. So you're actually friends with Iggy.
Yeah. Bryan Adams.
And you have Bryan Adams.
He's at a B. So
Bryan
I've gone
Adams is
AB.
in your phone book.
I mean, I could...
Should we call him?
Yeah, shall we?
Just say there's no love like your love.
You know, my story with Bryan Adams is very random. So he contacted me on MySpace back in the day and was like, I'm a photographer now and I'd really like to shoot you. And I was like... This is a wind-up. This is clearly a wind-up. There's no way Bryan Adams has just messaged me asking to take a picture of me. So I sent it on to my agent, and my agent was like, I'm not having it. It's not him.
Yeah.
Because this was the days before, like, verified. And he was like, what do I have to do to book you to take pictures? And then I got engaged, and he invited me and my husband to meet him backstage at his show. That's how we... established that he was a real person.
That
because we just didn't believe it, because you don't expect that, do you? I didn't even know he was a photographer, but apparently he's very good.
Of course you wouldn't. If someone just like slid into your DMs and said, "Oh, hey, it's
Bryan Adams here.
Iggy Pop here. I'm a photographer.
Can I take a nude of you?" What? No.
Yeah, absolutely not.
What was my other question?
So the other one on that one. So you've done that one. If you hadn't gotten into modelling, what would be what would be the other career move?
I really wanted to be a midwife.
Yes.
Which I actually tried to go back into training for. Won't be accepted.
Why is that?
Because I've been on OnlyFans and my boobs are all over the internet.
Is that real?
This is what I mean, Sarah.
Yes, you were right. Sarah Bingham, XO11. Yeah. Sarah, sage advice.
Yeah. A lot of places won't have you.
Because you've been public exposure of nudity, essentially. What has that got to do with midwifery? Midwifery, is that right?
Midwifery, yeah.
Midwifery?
I'm not family friendly, am I?
Well, I mean, that's a whole conversation in itself.
And there's a shortage of midwives.
Exactly.
They'll be missing out.
I feel like that's really unfair.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a little bit like selectivism.
Yeah, that'll do.
Yeah, does that work?
That works. Yeah.
Pretty Little Crier with all the questions. So this one again, this was the last one. Do you have a laminated list? And who's your least favourite celebrity? I think the laminated list.
That's two questions. The laminated list is who would I sleep with that I'm allowed to, and we do have lists.
Oh, that's what laminated list means.
I'm guessing so. So I'll do that one first. My laminated list, it's changed over the years. It used to be Jack Whitehall. Do you have a story about Jack Whitehall?
No, not at all. No,
I do.
just
Again, I
find
can't use
that's
that
quite
for
funny
camera. So it used to be him, but then he still calls his mum and dad, mummy and daddy, and it's can't be dealing with that. So this is rogue. So on the top 3 in no particular order, Mae Martin.
Oh, love Mae Martin. Her new show's incredible.
I love her. She's amazing. Well, she's a he now.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah, sorry. He's amazing.
Yes,
and
he
his
is
new
amazing.
show is pretty fantastic.
Very good.
On Netflix.
Wayward, is it?
Yeah, with the fantastic Toni Collette.
I'm obsessed with him. Who else would be on my list? Johnny Depp, obviously. He's always there,
Johnny
knocking
Depp,
around.
yeah.
And I'm going to say Harry Styles.
The Style Master.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a very different list. I've got young,
You do.
old and trans there.
You do. You've got, that's a nice plethora, a cornucopia of
I'm so, what's the word?
woke.
Woke. I'm so woke.
Gamba J Ferret 2, and a bit of a serious question. Do you think the feminist movement killed page 3?
100%.
100%. How do you feel about that?
I think it had its day.
Mm-hmm.
It's when I grew up, my mum and dad were like avid Red Top readers,
Mm-hmm.
and they'd always used to be a topless girl on page 3, and I used to draw bikinis on them and like flowers in the background. It was never a big issue for my family. So when I became a page 3 girl, I was like, oh my God, I'm in the paper. It was quite a good thing. But then as things progressed, it kind of become something that people frowned upon.
Yeah.
So, and that's from the opinions of not all feminists. Some feminists have different views than others.
Yeah.
But I think that, the world's gone a bit too PC mad at the minute. And yeah.
Because if some people, I imagine, did you find it empowering?
I loved it.
Yeah.
Best time of my life doing page 3.
Yeah.
The stories I could tell. I feel like
we will get into that in a little bit.
I felt very empowered. It changed my life.
Amazing.
So
Gamba has several questions, just like Pretty Little Crier.
nice.
If you could swap boobs and body with another glamour model for a day, who would you choose and why? So you out of the history of, let's say, page 3 and glamour models.
Yeah, okay. Keely Hazel. She has got a right pair on her. Have you ever met her?
I've not met her, no.
Oh my God,
no.
she's stunning.
Is it?
Yeah, she's beautiful.
Is she
And
good
Rosie
crack?
Jones, yeah, she's a bit dry.
Okay. I love the honesty.
Rosie Jones is good crack.
Okay.
But she's had 3 babies now. Not that makes a difference to her boobs, but in her prime, her boobs were like the best boobs I've ever seen.
So Rosie Jones' boobs
Yeah,
and
Keely Hazel's
body.
Curvilicious, yeah.
And that's one day, and then we're going to go out and you're going to go out and we're going to smash and make loads of money with that body on that day.
Yeah.
Love it. Okay. From Southern Pete 03. Hi, Southern Pete 03.
Pete.
Where has been your favourite location to shoot?
Oh, I feel like it's like just a very boring answer, like anywhere with the beach.
Yeah, I hear that.
It's not like, there's not really a favourite place to shoot because wherever you're shooting, it's working.
Yeah.
So the hotter the better, but
Yeah. So anywhere beachy.
you're just beachy.
Beach, nice weather.
But not
and
too
beach.
much sandy because that's not ideal.
No, not if you're
Beachy
in bikinis.
hot, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that was a really boring question.
Warwick climbs. Pete, you're going to have to up your game next time. Sorry, Pete.
I want wilder questions than that, Pete.
Okay, Andrew Murphy coming in strong. 508. Andrew Murphy, 508. What's the best and worst parts about doing OnlyFans?
OnlyFans destroys my soul.
We're
let me
going
tell you.
to talk about that a bit more in depth a bit later, so you can,
Okay, brief.
succinct if you
Best
want.
part of OnlyFans is. Are we just like being honest here?
Yeah.
The
Well,
money,
see,
obviously.
the money. Yeah.
The worst part of OnlyFans is sometimes the abuse that you get on it and the repercussions that it's having on my progression, let's say, in life.
Okay, Keen Fan 91 is a bit more of a interesting question here. What are the benefits, Rhian, of having a 5-star WikiFeet rating?
What does that even mean?
It means that you're if you go onto WikiFeet, you've got a 5-star rating apparently.
What's WikiFeet?
Then if I guess it's they go on to like Wikipedia, but it's for feet and they search people's feet and your feet have been rated. Did you realise your feet have been rated?
No, I didn't.
Oh, well, follow-up question. Are your feet ticklish? Would you ever film tickling content with a fetish studio? Someone comes in with, let's say, a feather and tickles your toes.
Yeah, we'll do it here, like when we've finished.
When we're finished.
Yeah.
Okay, so Keen Fan 91, stick around. There might be some feet tickling coming up later.
WikiFeet? I've never heard of that before.
I've never heard of WikiFeet.
You know, there was a website called spunkonrian.com as well.
Stop
There's
it.
all sorts going
Stop
on out there.
it.
I tell you. I
What was
won't,
the website?
I won't tell you what was on it. Oh my God.
Well, I think our listeners
Yeah.
would be dying to know, Rhian. Rhian, MGill35, MGill35 Pi. Some of these names are fantastic.
It's probably people I went to school with hiding.
Right. you remember me from Playground,
my ex-boyfriend.
Buddy too.
Yeah.
How are you finding motherhood? And follow up to that, two-parter again. Are you ever going to do another calendar?
No to the calendar. I feel like I'm far too old for that. Motherhood's great. It's hard. It's very hard. Much harder than I thought it was going to be. But it's also the best. Yeah. It's, double-edged sword.
How old is...
18 months.
Oh. Yeah. That's amazing.
He's very cute.
That's an adorable
But he's
age.
also a Tasmanian devil. He nosedived off the sofa the other day and he's got like a Harry Potter cut on his head now.
No.
It's
just kind of constant.
It's constant.
Where are you? What are you doing? What have you got to hold
Where
on?
is he? He's quiet. He's doing something. Where is he? He's out. His head's out the cat flap.
Yeah.
So.
What are you trying to eat?
Yeah. Exactly that. But it's good.
Rhian, we're now going to move on and we're going to get to know you a little bit more personally, and that's just us. We know what we were doing before modelling, but tell our lovely listeners and viewers, what were you doing before modelling and what was the moment where it all changed?
So I have a tendency to talk too much, so I'm going to try and condense. So my first job, I was at Iceland.
Lovely.
On Cheetham Mill Road. Not a lot of people will know that, but the people that do will know.
Big up Iceland, Cheetham Mill Road.
Yeah. So I was stacking shelves then. I was on the till. Loved it. Then I moved to sports soccer, selling football boots. Also loved that. My friends all worked there, so that was kind of fun. And then I went to college and basically flunked all my exams because my anxiety just went wild. So I got a job in an estate agent's, hated it, showing people around houses. And then I got a job in a telecommunications company. Bear in mind, this is all like till I was 18. I am a grafter.
Hustle.
A telecommunications company, setting up people's phone lines. And then I found, again, MySpace. Is MySpace still a thing?
I don't think it is. I think it might still be out there, but...
Yeah, interesting. So I saw on MySpace that a girl that bullied me at school had done a photo shoot, a glamour photo shoot, and I was like, what is going on here? If she can do it, I'm going to give it a go.
That is amazing. That's amazing. Like, that's kind of almost serendipitous.
Yeah.
Like you being bullied by someone and then seeing that and being like, right, I'm having that job.
I felt like I was just failing because I flunked college, and then I was like, oh God, am I going to work in a telecommunications company now for the rest of my life? And then after seeing that, I was like, whoa, hold on a minute. And then my boyfriend at the time, weirdly, his cousin modelled for the Daily Sport. And she was like, she said, I can get you a photo shoot with the guy. Well, that's a whole other story. So I went and did the photo shoot with the guy. It was actually in a porn studio. But I felt so uncomfortable with my clothes off because I had cracking tits at the time.
I mean, it's got to be a new experience. How did that feel for you? Like
I loved it.
Yeah.
But I think that's when my boyfriend at the time was like, oh shit, made a mistake here because this is gonna.
Did he find that hard to handle?
Yeah, that's why we broke up.
Ah, right.
Because he was a bin man and all of his bin man lads were like buying Page 3. And,
oh, goodness. Yeah. I mean...
But I didn't actually go in the sport. I sent those pictures off to some agencies in London, just try my luck. And then I got signed up with Samantha Bond, who was Katie Price's agent at the time. And then within a week, I was on Page 3 of The Sun and I was contracted and I was amazing. Like, I don't know what's going on here. Quit my job.
That's awesome.
And then it literally just went from 0 to Page 3 hero, like overnight.
0
I loved
to Page 3 hero. I love that.
Yeah.
What was it like? What was it like behind the scenes for you personally?
It was, oh God, I loved it. There was only ever 12 girls for Page 3 for The Sun. A lot of people think that it was just a different girl every day, but we were contracted to get paid whether we were in or not. But each girl would probably appear at least 2 or 3 times a month. And they drop one every year. It was brutal. Like they'd drop one girl and we'd pick one up, but they would drop you if you had really bad hair extensions, if you were overweight, if you had bad tan. You wouldn't get away with it these days. Yeah. So to stick around is like an achievement. To make it one more year, you was like, I've done it again.
Like Page 3 alumni.
Yeah, pretty much. When I look back and think of some of the stuff, it's madness what they got away with.
Well, is there a moment is there a moment that pops into your head about like that sums up the experience, whether or not that's like that, or like have you ever been taken into the office and they're already emailed, been like, hey, Rhian, we don't want to tell you what to do, but like, can you do this? Or did they ever make you do anything?
Not to me not to me personally, but one of the girls, she always had bad false tan, and she had a bit of an issue with eating. Sometimes she would eat too much, sometimes she wouldn't eat enough, and she kept getting pulled in, and she was like, look, your tan is dreadful. If this carries on, you're out.
God, that's like the anxiety that must come with that. I couldn't imagine that.
But apart from that, it was like page 3 trips where every month, every 2 months, we'd like going to Ibiza, Mallorca, Portugal,
nice.
Massive villas. Oh, it was amazing.
And tell me about the friends that you made there. I'm sure you made some like actual friends. And was there something that you really clicked with that where you get that, that eureka new friend moment?
Yeah,
where you're like, oh, this is a new mate.
Because there was only 12 of us, we'd all get to go away together. So every night we'd all be like getting pissed and up smoking and whatnot.
Oh God, I can imagine.
And some weird stuff went down.
Well, this is why we're here, Rhian.
Yeah.
Tell us a weird story about from one of your trips from.
I know, but I feel like
Ibiza.
we'll get us all shut down.
To be fair, we can't mention any names.
So, oh God, I'm really oversharing now. So, when we get drunk, where do I start with this? So, when we'd get drunk, no, I don't think I can.
Okay, you don't have to say anything you don't want to.
No,
this
I will. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. I'll just try and word it carefully. So. Yeah. We'd all get drunk and then we'd all like talk about boys and blah, blah, blah. And we noticed that even though we got our boobs out a lot, we'd never really seen another girl's vagina before.
I see. Yeah.
So sometimes when we'd get drunk, we'd all like do an initiation line up and we'd all like line up and be like...
like a rating scale?
Well, not necessarily rating, but... just so fascinating, because I'd never seen another girl's vagina before. This only happened like 2 or 3 times, but it just for us to all line up and be like, oh wow, you've got dangly bits. Oh wow, yours is a ninny, not an outie. Yeah, and I feel like it's not something that girls do because at school or rugby or whatever, when lads shower together, they all get a little.
Do you know what? Because that's funny you say that because we. Kind of in Ireland, we kind of did that, but it was also because it was Catholic background. It was like a little sneaky peek, and you'd feel this immense shame straight away. But
I feel like women have a bit more paranoia about the lady parts. So for all of us to be like, oh well, actually, I am quite normal there.
Yeah, that's interesting.
So that's the type of stuff we'd get up to on page 3, as long with pillow fights, obviously, and
of course,
kissing and all the stuff that you
foam
expect.
Parties and Ibiza
all the time, wet t-shirt competitions, just amongst ourselves, casual
morning stuff, morning routine,
usual.
What do people get wrong about you the most, do you think? What's people's misconception that annoys you, that irks you?
A lot of people go, oh my God, you're nothing how I expected you to be. What did you expect? What did you maybe I am a bit of a wanker on Instagram, but I feel like that's part of the game. Everyone has like a persona online, and I'm the worst for it. Sometimes I put something up and I think I've got to delete that, but it's too late because it's been seen. It's on the Daily Mail. But I don't know what they expect of me, so I don't know the answer to that question.
Okay.
Like, what was you expecting before?
I mean, I know you from, I've been in London for 22 years, so I know of you from the past. But I don't have preconceptions.
Everyone has a preconception.
No, but see, like I don't, because but obviously because of course I've done my research, so I know that you're not just a model. Yeah. Essentially, I think that's what we're getting at. You know what I mean? Yeah. Do people just be like, oh my God, what? You were an entrepreneur? You went to higher education? You worked in an estate agent? Like things like that. Probably the misconstruations. I think people think that I'm a bit stupid. And I'm not. I actually got A's at Certainly
school. Certainly not. I also think that people are shocked at what I look like in real life.
Really?
Which I think is quite funny. I mean, it doesn't bother me the slightest, but sometimes they go, God, you don't look anything like your pictures. Thanks.
Do you think that's part of, it's part of you as a person, but also do you think that's part of that northern grit that I'm from the north of Ireland, we have that kind of similar, we're just a bit like...
Maybe. I mean, it is what it is. It's getting worse now with face apps and editing and whatnot, but we were airbrushed to within an inch of our lives when we were younger. So we've always got this reputation to live up to try and look nice. So it does hit the girls when you get older. Yeah. But we're not going to look like spring chickens forever.
I know. Yeah, I know. And I've yet to, I won't use the filters because there's no point.
It's a slippery slope. I love a filter.
Yeah, maybe. There's a couple. Maybe
you don't need a filter, right? You've not got any wrinkles.
Oh no, I'm wearing a filter right now.
It's good. How'd you get one of those?
I'll put you in
touch.
How
have you got such smooth skin though? Seriously.
I don't know.
Your moisturiser.
Do you know what? For the guys listening out there, exfoliate, moisturise and repeat.
Do you?
I do, yeah, no, I do. I take care. I mean, I do presenting, I do acting work as well. So you got to take care of yourself,
Yeah.
you know. Sunbeds, no, they're the worst thing for your skin. Yeah, and I stopped smoking years ago, so that's really
Same.
helped.
Jude Law and no smoking stories.
Jude Law and no smoking stories coming up with our taxi down to the station. Okay, so Celebrity Big Brother, 2012. Some big names on there: Julian Clary, Martin Kemp.
Kemp's in the jungle.
Kemp's in the jungle, is he?
He is, yeah.
Can't keep him off the telly. MC Harvey. So quite the year for them. So first off, how did you find the experience?
Very overwhelming because I feel like I was still young. I had really shit hair at the time and no one told me about it. It was just a whirlwind of stuff going on back then, I think. I had a big press storm going on, so that I kind of went in off the back of that. And I just wanted to change the public opinion of me, which I did. I came out to Cheers, so that was good.
That's awesome.
But I feel like I didn't know who I was.
How do you cope with the pressure?
It was a hard time. I was, again, everything happens so fast when you're in this industry. I got flung into Big Brother. The week before, I got offered The Jungle and Big Brother, and I took Big Brother because the money was better. In hindsight, I wish I'd done The Jungle because I feel like Big Brother's a bit more humiliating. They have you doing the most random stuff.
Yeah.
They put me in a room once and they just played 21 Seconds over and over again because MC Harvey was in there.
Oh,
and it was like,
about
come
21
on.
seconds to...
Yeah.
That.
So there was loads of stuff like that, but it was very interesting. I met some great people in there, obviously.
What was JC like? Julian Clary.
He won it.
He did win it, yes,
He did
that's
win
right.
it. I didn't know who he was on
Because
about
he seems like he would be quite the big personality.
He's lovely, you know.
Yeah.
And you get to open up with people that you wouldn't before. And he spoke about like his anxiety and because they lock you in the bedroom in the evening. And
That's
obviously
insane.
to reshuffle the house and you're being watched from every... I think they were still doing live feeds back then as well.
Yeah, just watching people sleep. I remember that. It was so weird.
And it would freak Julian out, like, to be trapped in there, which I always thought was quite refreshing, like, because you look at Julian Clary and you think, God, you must be, like, so confident in this. So that kind of helped reassure a lot of us, because I think everyone was struggling with it a little bit. So to hear Julian Clary say, oh...
Humanises it.
Yeah, it makes him more human.
And
Yeah.
But I do remember that, the live feed. I remember coming home at coming from a club at
And
2
you just see,
a.m. or
like, the
something
angel-
putting on Channel
the
4.
the alien
and you see
eyes.
the alien eyes,
Yeah.
like the demon eyes, and just watching someone sleep. And I'd be watching it for like 10 minutes going, what am I doing?
What are we doing?
Why am I watching somebody sleep?
Fascinating though, isn't it?
It is, but it was, wasn't it? You
Yeah.
were around the peak time of it, so it was the big social experiment. I want a really quick follow question up. If you were to do Big Brother 2025 now, and you had control of who was going in, give me like 5 people you'd want to be in there with.
Bob Mortimer,
Brilliant.
Diane Morgan,
Yes. Philomena Kong.
yeah, Sophie Willan.
What's
Alma's
her
Not
show?
Normal.
Alma's Not Normal.
Oh,
I
I
met
love
her. I met her just as we were at the Tate Gallery, and she was with a couple of friends,
fun.
and I just said, "Don't want to bother you." Huge fan. She was like, "Oh, don't be silly. Come and say hello."
She's from where I'm from.
Yeah, because people
Like
from the north
streets
are like
apart. Who else? Oh, gone a bit comedy heavy there, haven't I?
It's all good. Love the comedy.
Let's go Ricky Gervais.
Oh, yeah.
And then
nice.
let's just throw in like Greta Thunberg in there just to lower down the humour. Or she could be like the target of everybody else's humour.
Yeah, I think that's great.
Just level it out a little
Full
bit.
of comedians, and then
Yeah.
a hardcore
That would be a
activist.
good show.
But apparently she's got a bit of a sense of humour. She's been doing some little jokey bits on the line, trying to send
I'll
up.
believe it when I see it.
Yeah, on the flotilla.
Yeah, we're just being dragged across the picket lines.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Rhian, this is really fascinating. Thank you for being so open with us as well today. So we kind of talked a little bit, I asked you a little bit about the page 3 earlier. So for you personally, which do you find more empowering, or was it the page 3 era or the OnlyFans era, and why do you think that is?
Oh, I think they're both so different. Because like I said, when we were page 3 girls, maybe I'm just being delusional, but I feel like page 3 girls were like, oh my God, you're a page 3 girl.
Mm-hmm.
Like there was like Jackie Degg, Linda Lusardi, Sam Fox.
Yeah.
It was like shit. And they were going on like big programs.
Mm-hmm.
So we were technically famous as then. But now on OnlyFans, I feel like everybody does it. There's a niche for everybody. I mean, you could go on it.
I'm trying.
Do it.
I am.
And so as much as empowering as it is, because I've got ownership of my own content and everything like that, it doesn't feel as, what's the word? Like unique or, come on, help me out with some words.
It's not, I was going to say glamorous, but that's kind of too on the nose.
It's not as glamorous. It's definitely not as glamorous. And it's like, I keep saying it, but it's more frowned upon.
Right.
So it's gone from two different ends, basically doing the same job, because I don't do anything different that I did on page 3 to OnlyFans, apart from I take them at home, take the pictures myself.
Yeah.
That was like idolised, and then this is like frowned upon. So
yeah, because it was a national institution, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like, and that's the thing, like you said, like we all grew up with page 3.
And I feel everyone of our generation knows what page 3 is,
Yeah.
but if you ask, like, what are they called now? Like
Gen X,
Gen Z. They're like, what? You used to get your boobs out online? Yeah. Yes, I did.
What's a newspaper?
Exactly. Yeah, they don't know.
Don't know.
They just don't know.
Do any Gen Z listeners out there? I know you know what a newspaper is. So that's what we were thinking. So right, so page 3, the glamour model, and you know, you'd go in, you'd get the photographs taken. Yeah. Job o'donno, you're done. Now, OnlyFans, you're basically your own manager, your own producer, you're editing your own stuff. You've got to, you've got to be there. It's a 24/7 job. How have you found the transition, and how do you compartmentalize that with family life?
It's it is a full-time job. A lot of girls actually get people to run their pages now. I don't, just for the record. It's still me. I actually enjoy chatting to some of the fans. Yeah. And some of the stuff that they ask me to do, I actually quite enjoy it.
Yeah. Anything that you'd like to share with us?
Small penis humiliation.
Small penis humiliation.
Bet you didn't expect that to come out of my mouth,
SPH.
Oh my God, I love it.
SPH 50?
Oh, I love it. Have you ever done it? Probably not. But you should try it.
So what is it, please, for those who are new to the concept of small penis humiliation?
So there's a guy, I can't name him, but let's just call him Bob. So he
it's not
likes...
Mortimer, is it?
He likes me to just go on and be like, how's your shrimp dick today? Or he'll send me a picture and I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? Like, you've just ruined my whole day.
Do you ever play Don't Want No Short Dick Man? Do you know that song?
Don't want
short dick man.
No, but I should do. I should make a little compilation of him.
Should get that in the background.
Yeah.
Because that is a tune.
Oh, I love it. It's mad how much of a thrill I actually get out of that, to be fair. I feel like I let my rage build up throughout the day and I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, yeah. And then if someone comes in with something dumb, you can, and especially if they're asking for, if they're asking specifically for you to be mean to them.
The nastier it is, the better for me. It's like my vent. That's
incredible. Like, so small penis, small dick humiliation. Yeah. What's the weirdest request that you feel comfortable revealing with us here
that
today?
I do? I don't do vagina.
Okay, so
that's mine and my husband's only.
That is a fair play.
I mean,
I'm thinking like odd, like not even sexual, like they've asked you something.
Oh, they like smoking cigarettes or dangling shoes off my feet.
That stuff. That's the stuff we want. Yeah.
They don't it's a bit like working at a babe station. You kind of get desensitized to it. Mm-hmm. So what you think is weird probably isn't weird for me.
Yeah.
Like what kind of things would you expect people on OnlyFans to be doing?
Well, that's it. I mean, that's what I kind of thought it was. I thought it was kind of request stuff. It was like pictures, showing feet,
pictures.
Fetishes.
I mean,
there's like...
speaking of which, I've got something in my eye now, but one guy likes me to put my contact lenses in and out really close up. That's a bit odd, isn't
That's
it?
Really odd.
Like an eye fetish.
But like that, isn't that such an interesting insight into the human psyche of what turns people on, what gets people off? I know.
I want to say it's weird, but it's not weird because everyone's different. As long as it's legal, it's fine.
As long as you're getting paid. Hey, I'll take my contacts out.
Yeah, exactly.
Slow. Is that slow enough for you?
Maybe just lick it as it goes in.
Yeah, I can't see. Yeah. Where's it going?
What else? People like pictures of my armpits. Apparently I've got very nice armpits.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do you know that you're on WikiFeet?
I wonder if that's a site. I bet it is,
it is if there's WikiFeet.
There's so much to do after the interview. We've got to like...
Rhian, we're going to go a little bit personal now, I hope you don't mind. You had major surgery and the media twisted it into a big sensational story. Tell me about that and how that made you feel if you don't.
My husband's devastated that I had my boobs reduced.
Yeah.
He's not got over it.
He's not.
They sensationalise anything, don't they, really? I mean, of course, he's probably upset because he liked big boobs, but they're still big. Yeah. In fact, I don't even think he was upset. He's not really arsed, to be fair. Yeah. Yeah. So
it didn't really bother you, the media?
No.
And was there like an outcry like, what has she done, Rhian? No.
Honestly, some of the comments that I got on my Instagram nearly sent me into a nervous breakdown. They were like, you're going to ruin your career. Like, what are you doing to yourself? And it was like, why do you all just think that my boobs are me?
Yeah, that's not your career. That's not who you are.
And they were like, the scarring's going to be awful. You're going to be like Frankenstein. And then I was getting all high and mighty. And I was like, do you know what? What if I actually had to have my boobs removed for like medical purposes? Yeah. Like, you're making me feel shit about something I want to do for myself. My boobs were like massive. Not that there's anything wrong with massive boobs, but I was so paranoid about them. I was like a question mark walking around, like one of them prawns at a table. It's just not. And it's changed my life.
Yeah.
And they're still big. Like, look, there's still more than a handful. In fact, there's probably at least 3 hands. So you can imagine how big. They took 2 cans of Coke worth of meat off either side.
Wow.
That's a lot of meat.
Did you experience discomfort with them that big? Because I know that from people that I know that
it was more like a self-conscious thing. I couldn't wear like dresses or everything I wore made me look like a tent because everything would just hang off me. I just didn't feel sexy, and I need to feel sexy to at least try and take pictures of myself. Yeah. And from taking pictures up here, I was like now taking them sand sniffers down there. It was just like, it was just a bit. But the outcry of certain men, some people. I had this one guy in particular, and he used to like buy me extravagant presents, like Louboutins and stuff like that. Vanished because I've had my boob reduced.
Stop.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. The shallow and fickleness of man.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Can you imagine a girl doing that? Like, you've got to have your testicle removed.
I'm out.
Don't even. I can't deal with that. You're going to ruin your life.
Yes.
Bizarre.
So that's cool. So, okay. So it wasn't, so you weren't as upset as other people were. Now this might seem like a bit of a tenuous jump. You're a mother. What has motherhood taught you that you never expected it would? What's something that surprised you about yourself, or
how maternal I am?
Right. Okay.
I didn't think I wanted kids. I mean, in your head, you always think on paper, that's what I'll do. I'll get married, I'll have kids, move abroad, retire, die. That's like your life plan, isn't it? So it was there, but I never felt, when people would bring their kids to me, I was like, oh, it's cute, but I don't know how to have a conversation with it. And then me and my husband, he's now my husband, we had been together for so long and we'd never got pregnant. I was like, it's definitely him. Yeah. There's definitely something wrong with him. Let's just go for tests, just rule it out. And it was me. Wow. They was like, Oliver, you've got super sperm. Is that chair like really upsetting for everybody?
No, it's grand.
It's had some action there.
Oh yeah, that chair's seen some stuff.
So yeah, they said he's got super sperm and they was like, I'm the problem. So I was like, oh my God, well now I can't have babies. Now I need one immediately.
Yeah, right, okay.
And then it just became like a 5-year stint of just trying to get pregnant, which, believe me, sounds really fun and it's not. Have you got babies?
No.
Do you want babies? Do you want them?
Kind of on the fence.
Yeah.
Economically, not really there.
No.
It's such a lot. I live in London and just fees, nurseries, all that stuff. Me and my partner looked
it's
into
lot.
it, and it was just like, are we ready for that financial commitment right now?
And there's enough kids in the world.
There is. Plus we have our own kind of lives and we're busy.
I try to admire people that can openly say, I don't want kids now.
Yeah.
So that changed me. My maternal instincts, as soon as I was pregnant, I was like, what am I going to do with it?
Yeah. what is this?
Is this what I wanted? Even though I'd had 8 rounds of IVF. So I clearly did want it. But then when he was there, I was like, oh shit, I didn't actually expect this to happen. And then when he was born, I was like, just melted into this, who am I, Mother Teresa kind of figure.
Yeah, they have that effect. I
Yeah.
don't have, like, obviously I don't have kids, but several of my friends have recently just had kids.
Yeah.
And I went and met one of them for the first time in only 3 months.
Did you melt a little bit?
I crumbled, almost left the
Yeah.
table with tears because I was like, oh my God, his little smile. And he was like really friendly towards me
Yeah.
and warm. And I was just like,
And the innocence, oh God, it's so cute.
That's it is.
I do
But
worry
then-
a lot though when he grows up.
Yeah, there's got to, that's the other thing. They've got to grow up, don't they?
No, I mean about my background.
Oh,
Terrifies
I
me.
see. That's actually great. Yeah. So
It terrifies me.
do you think that you will, I'm assuming, I'm not assuming, I'm going to ask you, will you shelter your child from that for as long as possible?
I don't know.
You don't know yet?
I don't know. I don't know whether to just be open and honest and be like,
conversation.
look, you've had a pretty awesome life.
Yeah. And this is why.
And this is why.
Yeah.
It's hard. There's something in the news recently about Kerry Katona, and I don't know, you probably don't watch that. You probably don't watch it, but she basically stood up for people that do OnlyFans.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought what she said was so true. Like, there's so much sex out there now on TV programs and films. And if someone high profile like Cara Delevingne gets her boob out, it's like, oh my God, she looks amazing.
Yeah.
But because I've had my boobs out, or Kerry Katona's had her boobs out, or whoever, it's degrading and your child's going to get bullied. And I do get a lot of comments saying, your poor boy is going to get bullied when he grows up, and it terrifies me. But I think the amount of people that do this now, it's actually quite common.
Yeah.
But yeah, every day I think, oh no.
Do you think that boils down to elitism?
I don't know.
I mean, in the sense of, like, if you're an established actress or something, it's fashionable if you have a breast
it's interesting, isn't
exposed.
it?
But if you're maybe not in that stratosphere,
Yeah,
then it's like, oh,
maybe.
shame on you for showing.
And it's very
oldest professional
hypocritical of me, because I think if I had a daughter and she grew up, I wouldn't want her doing OnlyFans.
Right. Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah. But I'm already in the business. It's not like I gave up a career in nursing or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
I happened to go from a telecommunication centre into Page 3 into owning my own images. So it's kind of been my life forever.
Yeah.
Not that it makes any difference how you get into it, but I just think there's no going back for me.
Right.
I can't
I
change
hear
my
you.
name, dye my hair and just vanish. It's there. So I've got to deal with it. And how I'm going to deal with it yet hasn't come to fruition, let's say.
Speaking of your family, your husband, I'm assuming, obviously very supportive. What is, obviously then you've got, again, this goes back to the public perception or the press perception of what a marriage is.
Yeah.
What does your marriage look like from the inside, from you guys, with what you do?
Oh, I can't bear to look at him. No, I'm joking.
I've seen pictures of him. He's devilishly handsome.
He's very handsome. He's so supportive.
Good.
He reaps
That's
the
great.
benefits.
Yeah. Yeah.
In many ways.
Yeah.
That wasn't a fart, by the way. That was my chair. I don't know if that tuned in over there.
Viewers, she's not sitting on a
I'm
chair.
not shit. Yeah. So we have a good relationship. We're very open about a lot of stuff. So, I mean, he can say he fancies people. Like, we're not jealous one bit.
That's good.
He's just a nice guy, and he's someone that I never went for before. I always went for like the bad boys that fancied themselves. Ugh, wankers.
Yeah.
But now he was completely different. He's older than me, not that much older, but like 6-7 years. I always went for younger, legal, but younger. And he's just great.
That's awesome.
He's a good laugh as well.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
And you need that. You need that, especially in this industry. You need to have someone who's like just letting you be you, letting you do your thing, and just being supportive.
Yeah.
That's great.
He's a good egg.
Remind me his name.
Oliver.
Oliver, that's right.
Yeah.
Oliver, we love you.
Sometimes.
Yes, sometimes, Oliver. Keep on your toes, Oliver. Don't get relaxed. So we're going to move into business.
Oh,
You're an
yeah.
entrepreneur.
Which one?
So
dabble.
we're here to talk about the backyard.
That's exactly how I would say it. The Barkyard.
The backyard.
Yeah.
I've done my work on your accent.
Yeah.
So tell us about the Barkyard.
Oh, again, I love it. It's something that I love animals, and I prefer animals to people, and especially dogs. And I always thought, this stems back to growing up and doing Page 3, panicking of what George, my son, is going to think of me when I'm older. When he's older, sorry. And I don't want him to go to school and then be like, what does your mum and dad do? Oh, well, my mum gets her boobs out for a living. So I wanted to get a business, and I thought, well, I love animals. Let's create an animal business. And it just literally stemmed from there.
Awesome. What is the Barkyard, though?
It's a doggy daycare and grooming salon.
Lovely.
Yeah, I love it.
I'm actually a part-time dog walker.
No way.
I am a huge dog lover.
God, I love dogs.
And I've just recently realised that I have the best part-time job in the world when the sun's out. So I basically run with them and I get paid to jog and hang out with dogs.
You know what? Dog
It's
walkers
the
can
best.
make a fortune.
Yeah, it's really good fun.
It's a good job to have, and it's just, they don't talk back.
You can tell them all your
You can
all
tell
your
them
stuff,
whatever you want.
all your deepest,
Yeah.
darkest secrets.
I know. I love
Yeah.
them.
Now
I
you
love
just
it.
pick up their poo.
And
That's the only price.
I don't pick up the poo.
Of course
I
you
would
don't.
pick up the poo,
Of
but
course you
I don't.
Rhian Sugden's
I've got
not
long
picking up poo.
nails, so, and the amount of times I've actually gone to
Oh,
pick
no,
up
no,
poo.
no. I've heard some stories.
I've got an amazing team of staff. Oh, they're so good.
Yeah. Shout out to the Barkyard staff.
Yeah, and I'm so overqualified. It's actually quite a joke.
Is it?
Yeah, I didn't want to be that person that got a business and then something go wrong and people go, you shouldn't have been having a business because you've got no qualifications.
Right.
I've got every qualification.
Tell us about your qualifications, Rhian.
I'm a level 3 trained dog groomer. I was grooming yesterday. Variety.
Look at that.
What is it? The
See,
spice
hustle.
of the spice.
Variety's the spice of life.
That's exactly it. One day I'm on babe station. Next day I'm cleaning a chihuahua's arsehole.
That's the quote, guys.
Yeah.
That's the quote right there.
Yeah.
One day I'm on babe station. The next day I'm cleaning a chihuahua's asshole.
Yeah.
Quote unquote.
The spice of life. So dog grooming, canine care and welfare, animal first aid trained, human first aid trained.
Amazing.
What else am I? I'm fully insured and qualified to board dogs now. Dog training.
Yeah. Wow.
I've got everything.
Okay, we have one last round. Now, these are riddles that we have come up with and they pertain to you. We're going to see how many you've got. There's quite a lot of them. So, riddle me this. By starting to undress, then whipping out balls. A cheeky little twist that led to life-saving calls. How were lives saved? And how is you involved?
My testicular cancer campaign, where I whipped out my hairy testicles.
Testicles. Nailed it.
Yeah.
Riddle 2. From mossy magic in a forest green to pouring pints for gangsters on the scene. Name the films.
Oh, you're talking about my movie career.
You know that's right.
My Blink and You'll Miss Me movie career. Your Highness and Top Dog.
Got it. Both, yeah. Appeared as a cameo for the US listening. A cameo in Your Highness, which is a hilarious movie, by
Very
the
good
way.
film.
And as a waitress serving drinks in a gangster bar.
I've got a story about that if you want to hear.
Yeah, absolutely, of course we do.
Top Dog. I was asked to be a stripper. All of my roles seemed to be naked. So I was there and I didn't really know what I was doing. They said I didn't have a speaking part. So this girl bent over in front of me as part, not like just for fun, as part of the scene.
Scene stiller.
And they tipped fake cocaine on her bum. And they was like, you do that. I was like, sorry, what? I'd never done cocaine at this point. I'd never done cocaine.
Off a other
especially
person's bum.
off some random girl's bum.
Yeah,
And it wasn't
me neither.
cocaine. I think it was like, I don't even know what they use. What would they use? You probably know.
I mean, I usually use, like, when I'm cutting it, I'm just we're joking, guys. Cut that out.
Jokes. Like, is
I
it?
think they use, like, talcum powder or something like that.
Surely not.
Or no. It's, I think it's, like, sugar, vitamin D or sugar, like,
it?
something like that. Yeah, that's
Who
right.
knows?
They use something that you can, like, ingest.
Well,
and
anyway,
not get
I just didn't know what was going on anyway, so I did it and it hit the back of my throat and I swear to God I nearly died.
Wow.
So they cut my scene and I was just stood at the back.
Topless, holding drinks.
Topless holding drinks. So that could have been my big thing there.
Could have been, yeah, if you had,
if I'd have like hit the back of my throat and
just went,
literally it was like I'd done like a big line of cocaine and
but you obviously don't know what that feels like.
never. Don't know.
Riddle 3, Rhian.
Rhian.
I've helped lads smell good. I've helped lovers look good. And I've helped students eat when they barely could. What 3 things am I and how are they linked to you?
Could you repeat the question, please?
I've helped lads smell good.
Links.
Nailed it. I've helped lovers look good.
Ann Summers.
Nailed it again. It's almost like you did these. It's almost like this is your life.
It's weird, isn't it?
Isn't it?
Psychic.
And then the last one, and you've helped students eat when they barely could.
Pot noodle.
Pot noodle.
My pot noodle campaign is up there with one of the best. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I did. You were the pot noodle siren.
I was.
Yeah.
And I had 6 arms.
That's right. Yes,
Holding
like
forks.
what do you call it? It's a Ganesh.
Yeah.
The Indian god, the deity.
And my tagline was "Want a fork?"
I remember that.
I was on buses.
You have to have a fork.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fork's it all about.
I
That's
have
a terrible
lived a
pun.
life.
Hey, it is a colourful life, and you know what? This is great, and I really hope that George, when he's old enough, can appreciate that.
I hope so.
All the hustle you have to go through to make his life happy and comfortable. That probably we didn't really have that as much when we were growing up.
Yeah, I came
we
from
have to fight for
very minimal.
Yeah, same. So we have to do everything we can to just keep the bills paid.
Yep.
He'll appreciate it. The Queen has the longest reign ever seen. Wonder Woman's the longest running heroine on our screens. But who held the crown as page 3's queen?
Me's.
Guilty. Me. Queen Rhian, who reigned for the longest reign. Reign and reign. That's the
Reign,
puns
reign.
all over the shop, guys. Okay, here we go. Number 5. We're almost there. A driveway mysteriously filled with adult toys.
Oh, Dildo Gate.
Dildo Gate.
Oh.
If you build it, she will come.
And she did. Several times.
That is the tagline. So basically tell the audience what happened.
Okay. So, again, another finger in pie. Right. So you never dump a dildo in your own bin. It's the rules of just being alive. If you've got sex toys to bin, they go in a public bin or you can't get rid of sex toys. So I already knew this information. So I would never dump my own dildos in my own bin. Not that I have a selection, but that just gives some context. And then one morning, dear old Maureen across the road knocks on my door and she's like, your things are all over the driveway. The blue bin, which is a recycling bin, was on its side. And there was about 10 or 15 dildos rolling around. There was a big black one, like a suction one, stood up on the that's clearly been planted. And I was like...
Were any of them vibrating?
No, but they were like rolling, because I lived on a hill and they were rolling down the street and it was school run. And I was like, oh my God. So I rang my husband who was away on tour and I was like, what do I do? He was like, you're just going to have to go out and pick them up. I was like, but if I go out and pick them up, I'm owning them.
Yeah.
So I thought, someone stitched me up here. There's going to be a pap taking pictures of me. So I put on a sexy dressing gown. I thought, I'm just going to have to go out and I'm just going to have to pick all these. Oh, God. It was awful. And I feel like they were new. They didn't look like
fresh
crusty.
out of the box?
They weren't crusty, so that's something. So I put them back in the bin, waited for the Daily Mail to and it didn't. So I've still never got to the bottom of this. Then we went on holiday and we worked out as a drunken game over Ring of Fire. Excellent game. Have you ever played Ring of Fire?
Have I played Ring of Fire?
Oh, God, it's such
I
a
don't
good game.
think I have.
Anyway, besides the point, we worked out how much collectively the dildos would have cost on my drive, and they cost like 250 quid. And I was like, that is an expensive practical joke.
That isn't it, yeah.
And then we fell down the hole of let's find wholesale price of dildos. The markup is insane. So then I set up an online sex shop.
Is that still going?
No, sold it.
No, you sold it.
Dildo Empire wasn't for me.
Yeah.
Some weird shit was sold on that website. I didn't hold stock, so it was drop shipped. So I had everything from dolls, machines. You guys know what would have been on there.
I had no
and what
idea
tipped me
what you
over
could
the edge
possibly
was somebody who I knew placed an order, clearly not knowing that I could see what was ordered. Some weird contraptions that you stick down. What's going on on the street behind me? And then I see him walking around like Astor, and I'm like,
are you Fred?
Yeah, with his apparatus in his...
oh my goodness, is it uncomfortable walking, slow walk?
Yeah.
Slow walk Fred.
So I got rid of that. It was too much. Too close for comfort, that one.
Too close for comfort. Riddle 6, Rhian. Long before photo shoots or appearing in magazines, her world was full of networks, wires and computer screens. We talked a little bit about that earlier.
Yeah. Global Telecom's gone bust now, so I can mention it.
It's gone bust. Feck 'em. Last one. Snacks from a bar. Animals from afar. Something fully packed and a magazine for him that's on par. What do all these titles have in common? And how do they relate to Rhian, which is ye?
Yee, it's me.
That's
That was
ye.
awful.
Fuck, it's not too bad. I've heard worse.
I don't know. Magazines, what?
Yeah, they're all magazines. Nuts, zo, loaded, FHM. These are magazines you grace throughout your glamour
Yes, I
career.
did. And my mum's kept every single one of them.
And your mum's kept every single one of them?
Every single one. Even like tiny little snippets.
That is amazing.
And she wants me to store them at my house.
Oh, she's like, I've got like
She's like, I've got too many now. The loft's going to come through. I'm like, that's not my problem. I don't want to look back at these small. Yeah. She's like, they'll be historic one day, and George might want to have a look. George is not going to want to have a look.
Yeah, no, he's not. No, he's not.
No,
but also,
not.
that is such a Northern/Irish mum thing to do.
It started
I'll have to keep
off,
them for you, son.
Yeah, it started off with scrapbooks, and like she'd labelled everything, and then now it's just like newspapers just flung in.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Rhian, you've answered the riddles. You've did pretty good on the dog guessing.
Oh, that was a fail.
We've gotten to know you. Next episode, when you come back, you can just interview me.
That'd be
you can
nice.
Ask me about everything. Where can people find you, and what are you excited about next? What's next for Rhian? What's getting you up in the morning?
Oh.
Apart from motherhood.
Swimming gets me up in the morning.
Is it?
Oh, I love a swim.
Same.
Swim like 2 miles a week.
Do you?
I know, you wouldn't think. Do you know what? I am 10 minutes faster since I've had my boobs reduced.
Aerodynamic.
Streamlined.
Full-size Olympic pool.
27 metres.
27 metres?
Yeah,
Cool.
I don't know what full size is.
Yeah. I find once you get the breathing right, it's really, really enjoyable.
Oh, I have the cap and everything.
Yeah.
I'm full on. I look like some form of butt plug when I'm walking. Yeah.
And here come the
so
synchronised butt plugs.
Yeah. So that gets me up. What else gets me up? Obviously, my son gets me up at wild hours in the morning. But what's next? I don't know what's next. I'm literally just going with the flow.
Yeah.
I've got so many ideas. I think I've got ADHD. I've not been officially diagnosed. But I don't want to be diagnosed because I don't want it in my Twitter bio. It's unnecessary. But I don't know what's next.
I also, just to touch on that very briefly before we ask where, I also find that as well. I think ADHD is a superpower. Never lose it, because if it's medicated, it kind of takes away a lot of people say it takes the personality away from you and stuff.
But I feel like we're of an age
special.
now. What difference is it going to make to my life if they say you've got ADHD?
So where can people find you, Rhian, if they're out there today? The people that don't know, obviously people that will know you will know where to find you. But if you were going to promote yourself to now and use this last little bit to say, guys, if you want to see what I'm up to next, go to where?
My Instagram.
Which is?
Rhian Sugden. No, it's not.
That's why we ask.
This is how much.
That's why we ask.
Rhian, RHIAN, Suggers.
Rhian Suggers.
Sugden wasn't available.
For all you muggers out there. Rhian Suggers. Rhian, I have to say it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you very much for joining us, for taking the time to come down.
Excited for our off-air catch-ups.
From rainy Manchester down to rainy Milton Keynes.
Yeah.
My name has been Ben. This has been Rhian. This has been the Option 1 podcast. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to share, follow, like, subscribe. Tell your mates, tell your buddies, tell your pals. And join us next time. Over and out.
Bye.
You're through to Option 1.
Option 1